This is where people come to, just chill out and relax a little bit. So you can see people are a lot more chilled, a lot of, women without headscarves. Welcome to the wild islands of Iran, Qeshm, Hormuz and Hengam. This isn't your typical island escape though. Think rainbow mountains, surreal landscapes carved by wind and water, unique cuisine and dolphins dancing with locals. Let's explore the untamed south of Iran, island style. Hello from the crazy Hormuz Island. I got here this morning and I took the ferry from Bandar Abbas, which took about 45 minutes, and then we finally got to this crazy island. So I've left my bag, slept for a couple of hours, and we are on the way to tour this crazy island. But before I take you, there's not much to see in the city except for the Portuguese castle that you see right behind me. And we can walk around, there's not much honestly. But the real beauty of this island lies in its nature. Let's go explore it out. And the best way to do it is on a tuk-tuk tour. Our first stop is the Valley of Silence, and damn, it doesn't disappoint. There's a lot of flies here, by the way. There's two types of salt here. So the white one is edible, but they don't use it because it's dirty since people come here. The second one is actually used for bone healing, specifically locally. I don't know the composition. I'm loving Hormuz already. The only thing I don't like is that I can't wear shorts here, because the only ones I brought are like above my knee, and those are not allowed. Let's go to the second stop. Hormuz is not a big island, and this tuk-tuk tour is the best way to explore the eccentric geography of this crazy place. Getting around on a tuk-tuk is an adventure of its own, and hey, here we are at our next stop. We made a quick stop at the Salt Cave, and now we're in the Rainbow Valley. I mean, obviously it's not every color of the rainbow, but it looks pretty freaky. It even has this weird yellow salt that's quite big and granular. I don't know what it is again. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is one place you want to visit and experience with a geologist to truly understand the entire thing behind this hodgepodge of beautiful colors. By the way, there's two valleys here. So one, where you go all the way, you look and you turn back, and it's beautiful views of, maroons and reds and grays and whites and yellows and browns. The second one is actually called the Saffron or the Yellow Valley. And this is what it looks like, the Yellow Valley or the Saffron Valley. Well, enjoy the views. I'll see you at the next stop. By now, I'm thinking to myself, it's all going to be crazy colors on Hormuz Island, but the next stop was completely different. This is the Valley of Statues, and it's said that because the wind created these crazy shapes that mimic animal forms. I went all the way to the end, and from there you get to see these crazy beautiful beaches and even crazier forms. It is a really beautiful canyon. Isn't this island absolutely crazy? And here's a place that's even crazier. This is the Makeup Beach. I'm talking about the red beach. And for quite some time, the soil from this beach was actually used in makeup products. Yes, it is that red and it literally sticks to your clothes, so be careful, but it is an absolutely beautiful beach. It was a beach full of people singing and dancing. I had such an amazing time, but we had to move on to our next stop, which is so crazy that someone discovered it by accident. I'm talking about the Rainbow Cave. Wow, right? Hormuz has so many places. This place is like a Disneyland if you like weird landscape. Wow. Unlike the Rainbow Valley, this has every shade of the rainbow, and honestly, I'm spellbound. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a little kaleidoscope, and everywhere you turn with your light, it's different intensity of colors. Wow. My first day in Hormuz is over, and I cannot stop thinking how crazy this island is. I mean, before coming, I'd seen some photos, but I was not expecting this. It took more than 30 hours from filming alone to editing and posting on YouTube. You can help me sustain this passion project. Click on the subscribe button, like, comment, and most importantly, share it with your friends and family. How is it possible that I come to Qeshm and Hormuz and I don't try their local food? Well, unfortunately, most of the specialties, understandably, are fish and seafood, which I don't eat anymore because we're getting rid of all of them so fast. They also eat sharks here, and I love sharks, so I'm definitely not gonna even think about it. But I found something that I absolutely love, and that is breakfast. So they do dates and eggs. I've never seen this combo before, but it's my second day, and I love it because it has this weird, like salty, savory, sweet flavor, and I love it. So if you come here, don't forget to try that. This is what it looks. I love it. And if you add a little hint of salt in it, it's even more perfect. I'm gonna finish this and then we get going. Hello, Hormuz. Now look, my two little buddies in the cafe. Say hello. By the way, this is Cafe Sorme. Yes, so this is like free publicity for her mom. For all the street food lovers, here's something special. This is tomeshi, another amazing breakfast option. And this is a flatbread that's made on a hot girdle. It has an egg on top, and you can also add further toppings. It's a little bit like dosa they make in India, but it has its own distinct flavor. Time to burn all these calories, so let's start exploring. Second day, and it's supposed to be cloudy, but look, it's beautiful with the sun shining. So yesterday our tour overran a little bit and I couldn't see the Yellow River or the Saffron River. I love that everything has you have multiple things with the same name, like Rainbow Cave and Rainbow Valley. You have the Saffron Valley and the Saffron River as well. And it looked really cool. We just had a quick peek, so I'm gonna go check that out. But what I really like about Hormuz is this is where people come to, just chill out and relax a little bit. So you can see people are a lot more chilled, a lot of, women without headscarves. People are just doing photo shoots, singing, there's a lot of dance and music. Iranians are very lively people, extremely friendly and lively people. So I'm really happy to see that they are, enjoying, having a great time without thinking too much about the day-to-day reality back home. This time I opted for a bike ride. You will find these people who offer bike services in the central square, or you can ask your host and they can call you one. Here I am at the Saffron Valley, and Hormuz is nothing like any other island that I've been to in the 104 countries that I've visited so far. It is crazy, it is beautiful, and it is just insane to see the colors, to see the craziness of the landscape. So remember I was telling you yesterday that I don't really know much about the island. So apparently all these rocks you see, this is all compressed salt that has lumped together and turned into mountains, they slowly came out of the earth. Despite smelling quite a lot of sulfur, there's no volcanic activity around, at least not visibly, there's no hot springs or anything. So yeah, it really baffles me what this place is like. Let me show you the Saffron Valley, and then it's time to get the ferry to Qeshm. Would you like to experience the majesty of Persian architecture yourself? Well, I run a small travel company that focuses on authentic experiences, and being Persian, I can make this journey really unforgettable for you. The link to my website is on your screen. Don't hesitate to reach out. I will make it completely hassle-free for you. Sabah Khair and welcome to the gorgeous island of Qeshm. So I got here yesterday. I took the ferry from Hormuz. It's twice daily. And what I love about public transport in general in Iran is it's reliable, it's punctual, there are like minor delays, it's clean, and best of all, it's really cheap. The journey took about 45 minutes, and here I am enjoying this beautiful sun after so many days of wind and snow and sub-zero temperatures. I'm really loving it. I used to laugh at all those Scandinavian tourists who just see the sun and they're just like, ah. And I actually feel like doing that today. But we have diving planned for today. So we are going to the island Flora and around here in Takht Jamshid as well. God knows it was difficult to coordinate, but I managed to do it because not many people come and do diving in Iran, right? So let's see how that is like. And the other good news is I can wear shorts here. Oh, it feels good. All right, I think we're almost ready. So see you there. What an anticlimax. Well, these guys basically lied to me. They told me we were going to be able to do 3 dives, including a shipwreck. And today, they just basically said, no, nothing like that's going to happen. We don't know what you're talking about. And yeah, so I went for 1 dive, which took about 4 hours. And the actual dive was less than 5 minutes. And I decided to cancel it because the equipment was really bad. It was leaking and I didn't feel safe. And then the rest of the time, they were just basically discovery divers, I actually had to kind of threaten that I'm going to call the police, otherwise they would bring me back even now. I'm starving right now. I need to go get some food. Yeah, to quell all this disappointment, and I will see you after that. The islands of Hormuz and Qeshm and a few other around, they're actually interestingly quite different culturally from the mainland Iran. They're a mixture of Arabic and Iranian culture. For example, this is a very Arabic thing. That's why the girls from mainland love to come and take photos with these. The clothes for women here are especially quite different from the mainland. They also speak a different dialect of Farsi. They also speak Arabic as well as Urdu. The majority of the population here is actually Sunni instead of Shia. I am in the old bazaar of Qeshm with the best salesman there is, and he's selling sunglasses. By the way, if you see me wearing these in the next video, you know where I got these from, right? Actually pretty cool. So Qeshm used to be like a normal place, but it is a duty-free now. So the old bazaar is like for traditional shopping only. The new bazaar are the mega malls that are being set up here. So people all around Tehran can come and they basically can buy stuff here. Most people in the West think that Iran is dilapidated, there's a shortage of things. It couldn't be further from truth, actually. An unintended consequence of sanctions is that there's a strong homegrown industry in Iran, and you get literally everything here. I mean, actually, for the price tag, it is really, really good quality stuff. I mean, look at that showroom right behind me. So the banking system is also quite robust. Honestly, you can do a lot of stuff without any charges. There's a lot of banks in Iran. You can pretty much pay everywhere. If you have a card, get a tourist card. It was the best thing I did. So the only place it actually hits the normal Iranians hard is 1, medicine, 2, when they need to travel, and it hits people like me who are traveling because we can't access the banking system and our cards don't work here. Well, time to start exploring Qeshm, and I'm starting with the Portuguese castle. I am outside the Portuguese castle of Qeshm, and yes, there's one here as well. So there's nothing grand architecturally here, compared to the mainland. So these two are the only castles. It's actually, Qeshm has changed into like a holiday party destination for Iranians. So most of the history has been taken over by these high-rises, building new hotels, activities around the sea, etc., etc. And also, it's a great chance for people to let their hair down, especially the women. It does come with a good thing though, because these have become duty-free islands. They're also visa-free, so you can come here for 14 days without any visa needed. I'm gonna go get some rest, see a little bit of a sunset. Tomorrow we're going on a big tour of the island. Hello! It's another gorgeous day in Qeshm and I am on a tour of the entire island. It started with us going to Hengam Island actually, and there we got to see some dolphins. Now, the dolphins are pretty usual because I think I've been spoiled a lot, especially after Papua New Guinea, if you want to check the videos above. And I mean, it was a nice morning. I mean, who doesn't like seeing dolphins first thing in the morning? But the thing that made it really special is how excited people were to see them. I've never seen people clapping, singing to the dolphins to bring them closer. And I really enjoyed that. It was really beautiful. Because it was a tour, I couldn't get on to Hengam Island, but we got to see the Silver Beach and a little bit of fishies before we came here, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now this is the Chahkooh Canyon, and unlike the Lut Desert, which is carved, the Kaluts in the last video, they're carved by wind. This is actually carved by water, and it is a spectacular place. I mean, honestly, I keep thinking, how are these islands going to amaze me even further? And they keep doing it. Let me show you the place, and then we get to the next part. Our next stop are the mangroves, and while everyone else is checking out the mangroves, I spotted some really cute locals. Let me introduce you to them. Before coming, I was thinking that some of the stuff between the islands will be common. Actually, there's very little. Even the landscape is very different, things are very different to do. And Hormuz is more like a small, cute island with a village on one side, and the rest of it is all barren. While this is more like a commercial operation with things to do, organized tours, etc. By the way, Iranians eat very late. It's almost 2:30 and we are just going for lunch. So make sure you pack yourself some pistachios and some gaz, which is really good candy, by the way, because yeah, you will be eating very late on tours. After a quick lunch, we headed to an island called Hormuz Island. And this one's quite interesting because we went there in the morning, but because it was high tide, it was nothing special. But in the afternoon, it's low tide and you could walk all the way to the island, which was really cool. Sadly, there wasn't enough time to spend there. So if I were to do this trip again, I would definitely spend one full day on Hengam. It's a really beautiful island, especially the beaches are like gorgeous. And the second thing I would do is explore Qeshm with a little bit more time, because we're only spending like 20-30 minutes at each stop, because the distance between them is huge. So yeah, come with more time and enjoy Qeshm better than me. Let me show you the Valley of Stars. What a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And what makes it even better are my tour mates. They're the friendliest people, and we had so much fun singing and dancing like between the places. It was incredible, and that made this day amazing. And honestly, that's the biggest attraction of Iran. It's beautiful people. I'm gonna go watch this sunset. It is time to move to the miracle city of Iran. I'm talking about Yazd, a city in the middle of desert, which actually learned how to preserve ice and created its own water system. Click on the link above and meet me there.